I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G, red beam. I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G, red beam.
Shalom, Lord in Christ, Yahweh Hashem Yashai Barak Fam, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema, Alafam Bashem Yahweh, to all the sisters. Give me a moment, I'm going to get right with you. Priest and Officer 1000 Zabadja of the I.S.U.P.K, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. This is the law class that we're in right now. Salakia, give me a moment, I'm going to get right with you. I'm just posting the sign-in links for you, right? Today is every whore in the world is celebrating Valentine's Day. Every simp brother went out and bought some whore a Valentine's Day gift. And there's some of you sisters are getting tricked tonight. Y'all aren't getting called back tomorrow. All right, we're going to go into it. We're going to break it down. Just bear with me a moment while we start. What's going on, TikTok? Bear with me while we start. We'll be starting in a moment. All right, so I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Zabadja of the I.S.U.P.K, under Commanding General YAHANNA. He started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Right, and since 1969, we've taught that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the children of Israel. Right, tonight is Valentine's Day. Tonight's Valentine's Day. Everyone is out celebrating it, especially if you're not in the I.S.U.P.K. In the I.S.U.P.K, we don't buy our women's Valentine's Day gifts because you could buy your woman, your wife, the sister you're courting a gift any time of the year, right? Y'all seen what Usher was doing and Alicia Keys was doing? That's the result of Valentine's Day. All right, so we're going to be going into what Valentine's Day is. The Lord is not with Valentine's Day, right? The Lord hates it. A lot of y'all commit adultery on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day has nothing to do with the Lord. And listen, if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you should be saving your money. Don't go spending your money on a box of chocolates. Don't go spending your money on some Hallmark card to make the owners of Hallmark more billions, make the dollar store people more millions, right? You should keep that money. Invest that money in your family. Invest that money in your neighborhood. You're spending it on Valentine's Day when you have no idea what you worship, right? You're celebrating Valentine's Day and you have no idea what it is. I was speaking to a sister not too long ago, right? And I was telling the boys in the neighborhood where I was at, listen, don't go spend anything on Valentine's Day. Don't get your girlfriends anything. These are young high school kids, right? Don't get those sisters anything for Valentine's Day. And the sister, the sister, this is an older woman. She was not to say upset, but she was surprised I was giving them that counsel, right? When and I said, "Well, what is Valentine's Day?" And she says, I know it's a day of that's pagan, right? So black people understand that Valentine's Day has nothing to do with the Most High. Black people know this. Valentine's Day has nothing to do with the Most High, with black people. We're going to go into the origins. This is the law class. So I got some laws on what we should do as a people, right? We're going to go into the law class, in our law class, and go into the law and discuss what we should be doing as a people. Again, Valentine's Day has nothing to do with us. Let me just make sure my camera is right. All right, it's looking a little better. Right, so we're on TikTok right now. Let me share. Hey, if you're coming in on TikTok, tap that screen. Tap that screen. Get the likes up. Let the algorithm grow so we can get this live stream more popping. Listen, if you got any questions or any comments, feel free to leave your questions and your comments. I'll be a little relaxed on the muting today. I won't mute you all the way, right? Depends on what you say. I'll be a little relaxed on the muting today. How many of y'all watched the Super Bowl? Y'all watched Super Bowl? Y'all seen that halftime show? Y'all seen how Usher was rubbing his meat paws on the buns of another man's wife? And then Swiss Beats became Swiss the Cock. Good night. What happened to Swiss Beats? That's not the DMX Swiss Beats I remember. That's not the Swiss Beats who made the song for DMX. Stop, drop, set him up, and open up shop. Oh, man. Swiss Beats said it's okay that Usher, when he's not burning, right? When he's not burning, he can rub his junk on his woman, right? No real man is okay with that. All the real men came out and said, listen, we're not okay with that. And what I'm saying is there's brothers in the world, right? There's brothers, they're fully in the world. They're not in the I.S.U.P.K with the priests and the prophets. But even they saw it and said, good night. What the hell was that? You had Javante Davis come out and say Swiss Usher would have been knocked out. That's what he alluded to. Right? He's alluding to Usher being knocked out for that action. Usher is a predator. Right? Usher is a predator. He gets off on rubbing his meat paws on other women. You've seen what he did to Kiki, and Kiki and her simple behind fell for it. Alicia is just like Kiki. You had, and this is gonna go into my next subject, right? That we are talking about. You seen Erykah Badu, that old thought. Erykah Badu basically came out and said, all the men are playing football. It's a good time to cheat on your man with a soft man. Erykah Badu wants you to go sleep with a soft man. Now I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here. I'm just gonna give it to you straight up. A man that sleeps with a woman that's already sleeping with a man, he is a LGBTQ member. I'm gonna say it again. A man that commits adultery with a woman who has a husband already, he's an LGBTQ member. Just look at Usher. Y'all have heard the rumors of Usher. Listen, the rumors about Usher and P. Diddy have been going around since the 90s. Remember, Usher used to go to Diddy's house for training. I don't know what Diddy was training him about. I have no idea what Diddy was training him for, right? But we heard the rumors about Diddy, all right? So we're going to be going into it, and breaking down Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day has nothing to do with us, right? Listen, I know you want to celebrate and love your woman, and you sisters, you want to get roses and you want to eat a box of chocolate, right? You could do that at any time. Hey, thank you, Brooklyn, for those gifts. We appreciate those gifts, right? Celestial being, we know how to view entertainment. We're just men of morals, right? Entertainment will take away all your morals. I understand you don't have any morals, so everything is just entertainment to you. But the disrespect is a man rubbing his meat on another man's wife. That is disrespectful. And I get it. It's just entertainment for you. You have no morals. You lack them. Y'all think we don't know how to view entertainment. We know how to view entertainment. It was horrible. It was horrible watching Alicia Keys dance with Usher like that. Usher is, we don't have to talk to Swiss Beats. We're going to talk to the rest of the black community. You could go talk to Swiss Beats if you want and be entertained, right? Because it's just entertainment for you. But for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, or for us in here, we're going to fix our community, because adultery is a thing that happens in our community, and it destroys our community. So many unalivings happen every year because of adultery. I don't sound upset at all. I sound like a big brother trying to talk to a little sister who's, for lack of better words, dim-witted, right? For lack of better words, a little sister who has no understanding, right? My woman, listen, my woman could never be outside talking about she has another man rubbing up on her, because it's just entertainment. Listen, your comments are like children comments. I know you're saying you're grown. You're saying I'm grown as F. No, you sound like a child, right? But I'm gonna get back into my. You probably expected some Valentine's Day. What'd you get for Valentine's Day today? You could leave. Just slide that screen down. You could leave. Right. So we're gonna go into Valentine's Day. Now, some of y'all don't understand what Valentine's Day is, right? So I'm gonna break this down for you. I got some, again, this is a class, but we do it on live. We do it on live stream, right? I'm gonna break down what Valentine's Day is, right? Valentine's Day is a holiday celebrated every February 14th. This year, Valentine's Day falls on a Wednesday. It's Wednesday night. Some sisters outside in a party right now, getting drunk, getting sweet talked to by some man who's not going to call her in the morning after he gets the goods. He's going to be like celestial being and say goodbye. LMAO. Right? He's going to tell her goodbye and not, hey, I seen y'all. Y'all got them likes up throughout the show. Y'all got them likes up, man. That's a Tawab job. I seen y'all. Get them likes up, right? Valentine's Day is celebrated across the United States, across Canada, damn near across the world, and most people look at it as if it's a time for love. You could love your woman. You sisters could love your man any time of the year, right? No, Valentine's Day, now celestial being, right? If you really cared, I'll tell you that by the end of this live stream that I'm doing right now, you'll understand that Valentine's Day has nothing to do with people banging more, right? It is a Roman holiday that they took to make money off of, right? You're going to understand that Valentine's Day is a Roman holiday that it's based off wolves and dogs and fertility, right? But it has nothing to do with what you think it is. They want you to spend more money right now. The Lord hates Valentine's Day. Listen, black people should not be spending money on Valentine's Day, right? There's days in the earth that we should not be spending monies on. And you should take that money, invest it in your community, invest it in your nation. You should take that money, save it, and feed the poor of your nation with it. Right? I know you don't care. You are in here trolling. You didn't have to tell me you don't care. Your name is Celestial Being. That is the name of I don't care. There's probably not much you care about. Right? I invest in my brothers and sisters, and that's what I'm doing with my time right now. I'm investing in my brothers and sisters to wake them up from the sleep of Valentine's Day, right? Celestial Being, that's a good one. I wear glasses because it's my culture, right? And these lights are bright, right? So let's go back into it. Let's talk about Valentine's Day. And listen, with a little bit of research, you can find out what it is, right? Now, across the United States and in other places around the world, candy, flowers, and gifts are exchanged between loved ones, all in the name of St. Valentine's. Who's St. Valentine, Celestial Being? Right? Now, that's my question to you, Celestial Being. Who is St. Valentine's? I'm going to continue, right? But who is this mystery saint and where do these traditions come from? So we're going to get into it, right? The history of Valentine's Day from the ancient Roman ritual of Lupercalia. Now, Celestial Being doesn't know what Lupercalia is, right? It's a dog festival. Right? Vault Boy is right. Valentine's Day is a pagan holiday. Right? So we're going to get into it. The history of Valentine's Day and the story of its patron saints is shrouded in mystery. We do know that February has long been celebrated as a month of romance, right? It's very, very cold. They say this is cuffing season. In these cold weathers, there's nothing that you're gonna do except go inside and be with the person who warms the bed with you, right? That's what you should be doing. Person who warms the bed with you. But again, in the name of Valentine's Day, it's wrong, right? To be like, I'm doing this because it's Valentine's Day is wrong, right? To be like, I'm going to buy my wife, my woman, a gift because it's Valentine's Day, that's horrible. When you could do it, you could have bought her a gift on January 31st, right? You could have bought her a gift February 8th. Right. In my house, I don't buy my woman a Valentine's Day gift. She's not getting a gift this whole month just to beat the spirit of Valentine's Day. Right. Some people want to be like, I'm not going to buy her a gift on February 14th, but I'm going to do it on the 16th. Well, that's what they tell you to do, Celestial Being. What do they tell you to do on Valentine's Day? I know you see it. I know you be outside. Right? You sound like you outside in the streets. Now, Salakia, if you're not outside in the streets, meaning excuse me, if you're not outside in the streets, right? But it sounds like you be outside, man. You can just see it. And I'm not saying that you're a devious person. I'm saying just outside in general. You go outside, you see it. They're promoting buying flowers, buying them stuffed teddy bears. You know, you go to Build-A-Bear. We don't celebrate birthdays either. Now, okay, Celestial Being, you might not understand what this is, right? This is a class for so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who we teach are the Israelites to come back to God. We don't celebrate birthdays. The birthday is the same thing as Valentine's Day to us, right? A birthday is a day that you make yourself a god, right? It's a day that the Egyptians celebrated. You look throughout. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this, right? The day that you were born, you didn't bring yourself into this world, right? How did you come into this world? That's my question. How did you come into this world? You came out of your mother. You didn't do it yourself. The Lord brought you here. You're gonna say a portal. You can call it that. You could call it that. Listen, life comes out of it, but I wouldn't call it a portal. It starts with a P, I would not call it a portal. She came out a portal. I'm dead ass. I got you. Right? My brother said the Matrix. Listen, Montreal, y'all can come up anytime you want. Let me send you the invite just in case you want to come up. Hold up. I got Montreal in the building. Listen, you could call it a portal, but let me get back to it real quick, right? Valentine's Day, your birthdays are a day that you make yourself a god. When you're not God, God brought you into this earth. You're celebrating yourself. On birthdays, you're selfish. You don't care what happens that day. It's all about you, right? I don't celebrate my birthday because the Lord doesn't want me to celebrate my birthday. The Lord wants me worshiping him. He doesn't want me being worshiped, right? Genuine question, why do most Israelites I see online or preaching dress like militants? Because when you read that Bible, it's a militant book. Christianity made the Bible soft. Just think about it. Christianity made the Bible soft. Joshua was going to war. Moses was going to war. All through King David became the king because of war. War is not something that's soft. When you read that Bible, Christ is coming back to go to war with all the nations. You see all the nations right now getting ready for World War III, right? You see Iran attacking and unaliving American soldiers. The world is going into war, right? The Bible is a book of war and the conditions of so-called the Israelites, who we believe and we teach are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? If that can answer your question, right? Now, I'm gonna give it to you in a verse. I'm gonna read you a verse right quick, right? And this should answer your question. It's right within the first few books of the Bible. Where is it? I got Exodus. This is Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So that should let you know. You're asking why Israelites dress militant. How do you want us to dress? Do you want us to dress with bow ties and a suit and tie? We just read to you, the Lord is a man of war. Listen, I don't know what's happening in those other groups, but in the I.S.U.P.K, there's nothing soft here. Yes, I just read from the Bible. I read Exodus 3:15. The Lord is a man of war, right? And I'm not sure what you were taught, right? But the Bible is a book for Black folks. I know they've taken it and made Christ white, right? Made him a Caucasian. But when you read it, the Bible is a book for Black folks, right? You just think about it. When Christ was young, him and his father, his family, they went to Egypt to hide. Egypt was a dark place. Not the Egypt that you see today, but Egypt of the past was a dark place. You can't be white and hiding, or you can't be, Caucasian and hiding in a place full of dark people. You would stand out like a black dot on a white piece of paper, right? So that should answer your question. Again, we don't do birthdays. We also don't do Valentine's Day because Valentine's Day is pagan. I'm going to get into it more, right? If you have some patience, if you can't stay long, it's all good. I understand, right? Hey, as y'all come in, tap that light screen. Don't be shy. Send some gifts if you want to. We don't keep the money. The money that we get from all our donations, we go into feeding Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? There is a clip that, there's a clip that every time we try to post it on TikTok, TikTok will not let us post it. We're feeding the so-called Hispanic people, Black people, and Native Americans. We're feeding them, but because the music in the clip, TikTok wants to mute it, right? But we got a clip of us taking our money and feeding our brothers and sisters. That's what we do. While the Christian church takes the money and buys jets and gets swallowed up, we're feeding our brothers and sisters because that's what's important to us. That's what the Lord wants us to do. All right, let's get into it. We do know that February has long been celebrated as a month of romance, and that St. Valentine's Day, as we know it today, contains vestiges of both Christianity and ancient Roman traditions. But who was St. Valentine's, and how did he become associated with this ancient rite? Right? So what you're finding out is Valentine's to do with what you think. A little commercial from what I'm reading. Right? While some believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated in the middle of February to commence the anniversary of Valentine's death or the burial, which probably occurred around around 270 AD. Others claim that the Christian church may have decided to place St. Valentine's feast day in the middle of February. Let's see what else we got here. Why do women have to be treated like property? Why does it mention slaves? The Bible feeds you lies. Well, show us the lies, right? Now, what I'm going to say to you is, celestial being, do you have any children? Right? That's my question to you, right? And here, our women are treated like our sisters because they are our sisters, right? Now, why you said you lied to yourself, so I don't need to show you anything. That sounds like a child's response. That sounds like someone that's not mature enough to have the conversation, right? You say you don't own any children. Well, why do you say own? Don't you own property? I asked you if you have a child. You said, I don't own any children. I'm going to get back to, listen, Barack, if you want to go at it with her in the comments, you can. I'm going to get back to my class, right? Oh, Barack, you could have left her unmuted for a little bit. She was getting the comments popping, man. You could have left her unmuted for a little bit. Is it? Yeah, give her a little 5-minute timeout like a child, but like you could leave her for a little bit, man. She ain't doing too much. All right, let's get back to it. The pagan celebration of Lupercalia. Wait, let me get to February in an effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of Lupercalia. Right? Salakia. Others claim that the Christian church may have decided to place St. Valentine's feast days in the middle of February in an effort to Christianize the pagan celebration of Lupercalia. What is Lupercalia? Lupercalia was an ancient pagan festival held each year in Rome on February 15th. Although Valentine's Day shares its name with martyred Christian saint, some historians believe the holiday is actually an offshoot of Lupercalia. Unlike Valentine's Day, however, Lupercalia was a bloody, violent, and sexually charged celebration awash with animal sacrifice, random matchmaking, and coupling in the hopes of warding off evil spirits. Doesn't that sound exactly like Valentine's Day? Right? It's random and sexually charged. Right? Let's go. Yeah, these ads keep popping up. All right, let me go back to what I was reading before. Celebrated at least the ideas of February, or ideas of February, or February 15th. Lupercalia was a fertility festival dedicated to Phanos, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as to Roman founders Romulus and Remus. Right? So now you're understanding what Lupercalia is. Now you're getting a little bit of a better understanding of what Lupercalia is, right? It was to Romans, Slovakia, to the founders of, this is who they say the founders of Rome is, right? To begin the festival, members of the Luperci, an order of Roman priests, would gather at a sacred cave where the infants Romulus and Remus, right? So Romans believed they were infants, right? These are supposed to be the founders of Rome. Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, were believed to have been cared for by a she-wolf. Now that should let you know everything, right? That should let you know that Valentine's Day is another god, right? It has nothing to do with the Bible, right? It has nothing to do with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's a day that they took and flash forward. They made it about money. They made it about taking your money and spending it on cards and chocolates for a woman who probably doesn't deserve it. She's been yelling at you and just tearing you down the whole time. For the last 3 weeks, she's been yelling at you, and you're trying to make up for it. You're trying to keep her happy. She's happy when she could put her cheeks on another man's meat. Listen, that's not a Whopper. That's not a Big Mac. Salakia, she got the work husband. The work husband makes her happy because he's warming up her food for her. He's rubbing her feet while he's at work. That's what the work husband's doing, right? Let's look at this picture in the background. You see Alicia and you see Usher, right? You ever hear that work husband? That's what's happening. Alicia's at work right now. Her other husband, right? I'm gonna say her other husband because that Usher is her work husband in this situation, and he's happy to be dancing with another man's woman. And listen, some of y'all brothers is totally disgusting. Y'all are happy to get with another man's woman. It's nasty. It's yuck, right? You want to get with another man's woman, and half the time, I'm gonna say 99% of the time, you're not using protection. Now you don't know if. Listen, I'm gonna keep it funky for you. Listen, this is gonna get explicit in a moment. Most men tie fire to their woman in the morning before they go out the door. Most men have sex with their woman before they go out the door in the morning. They get up in the morning and they have sex with her. And they're together. They're not wearing a condom. And then you, her work husband, you have sex with her by lunchtime. And you're not wearing a condom. And she's telling you it's WAP, it's wet. Salakia, that is not lubrication. That's horrible. Pause. You swimming in the ocean? Nah, that's not water. That's not that water. That's not that water. You know about those ones? Yuck. I pray you do not know about those ones. It's not water. Right? That's straight up adultery. That's straight up nastiness. Is disease filled. That water is not clear blue water. It's not the clear blue waters of the oceans. It's a filthy lake with mildew and mold and another man's muck that you're swimming in. Right? Now let's get back to Lupercalia. Right? So while most people celebrated Lupercalia as a dedication to Thanos, the god of agriculture, as well as Roman founders Romulus and Remus. To begin the festival, members of the Luperci, an order of Roman priests, would gather at a sacred cave where they believed the infants were, right? Where they were raised by a she-wolf or lupa. The priest would sacrifice goats for fertility and a dog for purification. Right? I see some of y'all jumped out the live. Y'all thought about that woman you were sleeping with. That's not your woman, that you know has another man. Y'all are cool with being a side nigga. Yeah, that one cut y'all. Some of y'all jumped out the live because of that. It's not cool to be a side nigga. It's disgusting. You do not want to be. That doesn't make you a man, because you can. You know what? You know what's better than being a side nigga? You know what's better? Being a man who has a woman and the woman doesn't sleep with other men. That work husband thing is, listen, y'all are infinite, man. Y'all gonna be at the doctor's. It's burning up. You know Usher's song. It's burning up, right? Talking about, you know what I mean? The doctor's like, this is my confession. He's asking you, how many women did you last sleep with? Because you got to speak to the health people, and they got to inform all your previous sexual partners, because you're burning up. So now you got to confess like Usher, right? Y'all sisters should not be like Alicia Keys and Keke Palmer. Right, now let's go back to Valentine's Day. The priest would sacrifice goats for fertility and a dog for purification. They would then strip the goat's hide into strips, dip them into the sacrificial blood, and take to the streets, gently slapping both. They said gently. Good night. Gently slapping both women and crop fields with the goat hide. Yikes, that's what Valentine's Day comes from, right? Y'all think Valentine's Day is about giving hearts and roses and chocolates and all this stuff to a woman, when you could do it, you could really do it any time of the year. Now listen, you got a good woman at home, you show her some love, get her some flowers, right? Take that woman out, go get her a manicure or pedicure, go get her a day at the spa. Make her feel good, right? You could do that anytime you want. She at home. She probably taking care of the kids. You out working at 9 to 5. You want to show some appreciation because she always got your lunch ready. She always got the dinner taken care of when you get home. You don't really have to argue. Now listen, Eve's gonna be Eve. Our sisters are gonna argue with us. They're gonna be a little strong-headed. But listen, I'm gonna put you onto game. These sisters like to argue. And most sisters will tell you that the arguments get them going. They like, now listen, I'm not saying sisters like to be dealt with rough, but our sisters do not want no pushover. They want a man that's going to stand up. They want to know that this man has a backbone, right? You heard what Erica Badu said? Erica Badu said they're watching football. It's a good time to cheat with a soft man. They'll cheat with a soft man while their hard man, right, is at home. They have a man that's at home and he is a roughneck, right? But they want a soft man. A soft man is going to sleep with a woman that already has a man. A roughneck like myself and the brothers in Montreal, we're not going to do that. If we sleep with a woman, it's because we're the only one sleeping with her. We're the only one tying fire to that behind. Right? That's what's good. That's what's great. Right? Far from being fearful, Roman women welcomed the touch of the hides because it was believed to make them more fertile in the coming year. Right? So listen, these sisters, Salakia, they're not sisters. These Roman women, they would like to get beat with goat hides dipped in goat and dog blood because they believed it would make them more fertile. Now you know where your Valentine's Day comes from. Salakia. Some of y'all sisters, man, y'all getting tricked out tonight, man. You think he's calling you tomorrow morning. He's not calling you. You've been warned. I pray you get to watch this live stream before it's too late. That man is not calling you tomorrow. That man, he's trying to buy you the biggest box of chocolates so he can get to your chocolate. He's trying to get to your sweets. So he got you some flowers. He got you a teddy bear from Build-A-Bear. And you thought this man loves you. Right? Where are we? Later in the day, according to legend, all the young women in the city would place their names in a big urn. The city's bachelors would each choose a name and become paired for the year with his chosen woman. These matches often ended in marriage. That's not how marriage works, right? Yeah, they have one night stands are in old Valentine's Day custom as well. Damn right, Montreal, right? Listen, that's not how marriage works. I'm gonna tell you how marriage works. You want to get married? This is what you do. You go and you see a sister, right? And you talk to her. You ask her name. Listen, before I ask her name, I ask if she has a man. And listen, it's deeper than do you have a man? Do you have somebody that you're sleeping with? Do you have a side nigga? Right? I ask her all those questions. No? All right. We'll find out. Then you get her name. You talk to that woman for 6 months to a year. You talk to her for 6 months to a year. And then 6 months to a year, after you found out who that woman is and you've courted her for so long, then you lay with her. Right? You could lay with that woman. Right? And she'll become your wife. I'm going to read that to you right now. Actually, let me find it. Hold up. Exodus 22:16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, meaning a woman who has she's not promised to somebody. That's what betrothed means. Betrothed means she's promised to somebody or she's courting. You entice a maid. A maid is a woman. And lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife. Right? That's how you get married. Not you put your name in a big urn and you do a random link up at a bar, right? Because that's what's happening tonight. A lot of sisters are doing random link ups at a bar. Some of y'all seen that brother. You know he's up to no good. He has no intentions of staying with you, but because he bought you a big box of chocolate, some $2 Hallmark card that costs 1 penny to make, right? You're now giddy. You're now, let's see. Okay, we're 12 over here. You're now caught up in lust. I lost my phone. What's going on? We're breaking down Valentine's Day, right? It's Valentine's Day or Valentine's night, however you want to say it. And we're just breaking it down. Most people don't understand that Valentine's Day comes from a Roman celebration that has to do with sacrificing dogs and goats, taking the goat skin, turning it into a whip, dipping it in the goat and dog blood, and beating women with it. And then they have a random link up, right? Listen, Rasa, you could just swipe away. You judge, like, this is what I don't understand about y'all. Y'all be on TikTok, right? You hear things that are cutting you. That Valentine's Day breakdown probably cutting you. And you have to type, Lord, another Hebrew Israelite. Hey, that's the Lord for you, man. The Lord is pushing the Israelites. If you don't like it, keep it moving. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to type in here. This shows you probably have nothing going on for you tonight. Yeah, that Cupid baby thing is strange, right? And okay, if you understand the oppressor or Caucasian spirit, A naked baby shooting arrows at grown people. Why is a naked baby? And the baby's supposed to be like an angel, right? That's in this breakdown as well. The baby is supposed to be an angel. If you think about it, the Greek and Roman culture is based in pedophilia. Right? It's based in child abuse. So it makes sense when you think about it why they would have a naked baby. Right? But I'm just breaking down what Valentine's Day is. Again, I see that the Valentine's Day breakdown be cutting the spirits of people, and they get upset. They have to type in the comments. She typed, or whoever that was typed, another Hebrew Israelite. The algorithm keeps doing this. Oh, listen, the Lord. You talk to the Lord about that. Don't talk to us. Talk to the Lord. Just sign off TikTok. You don't have to be on TikTok. We're taking over. Let me find out where I'm at. Lupercalia survived the initial rise of Christianity, but was outlawed as it was deemed unchristian, right? At the end of the 5th century, when Pope Gelasius declared February 14th St. Valentine's Day, it was not until much later, however, that the day became definitively associated with love. Right. And okay, so if you know about the Catholic Church comes out of the Roman Empire. That's why they call it the Roman Catholic Church. Right. You notice all the holidays that they celebrate is a mixed and mingled with Slovakia, with pagan holidays. There was another part that I wanted to read. So this is for I lost my phone. Who is Cupid? Right? Now, before I read that, I have another verse that I wanted to read to you. Exodus 20 and verse 3. Exodus 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Right? That's heavy that we're reading this, because everything we read earlier was about another God, right? The other God's name was, let's go back up to get it. Hold up, let's go back to get it. Good night. This stupid thing keeps doing that. The other God's name was Phineas, right? Phaunus, the Roman god of agriculture, as well as the founders of Rome, Romulus and Remus. These were infants. Romulus and Remus were infants that they believed was raised by a she-wolf, right? So Valentine's Day's origins go back to a Roman god. And I just read to you, thou shalt have no other God before me. That's to let you know the Lord is not with Valentine's Day. Let's break down who Cupid is. Who is Cupid? Cupid is often portrayed on Valentine's Day cards as a naked cherub, launching arrows of love at unsuspecting lovers, right? Now, when you think about it, you don't see an angel, right? That's what a cherub would be. You don't see an angel. You see, right, that's what we were taught as well. We were also taught that Valentine's Day was to celebrate the St. Valentine's Massacre, but that has nothing to do with what Valentine's Day actually is. The St. Valentine's Massacre was a massacre by mobsters in America, right? Valentine's Day long predates that. The breakdown that we gave earlier was Valentine's Day, they called it Lupercalia before the Roman Catholic Church outlawed it and named it St. Valentine's Day, right? Which is after a Catholic saint who's not really a saint, right? Because the saints, according to the Bible, are the Israelites. So let's read this again. Cupid is often portrayed on Valentine's Day as a naked cherub or an angel. Now, listen, why would an angel be naked? This is what you got to ask yourself. Why would an angel be naked, right? And why does it look like a baby? So a naked baby, and this is listen, when you think about this, our oppressor is sick. Them Romans were sick. A naked baby is going around inspiring people to love. Like, damn, that's crazy. But the Roman god Cupid has his roots in Greek mythology as the Greek god of love, Eros. Okay, I might have butchered that name, Eros. Accounts of his birth vary. Some say he is the son of Nyx and Erebus. Others of Aphrodite and Ares. Still others suggest he is the son of Iris and Zephyrus, or even Aphrodite and Zeus, who would have been both his father and grandfather, right? So again, Cupid it goes back to Roman, it goes back to Greek. Valentine's Day has nothing to do with us, right? I got something that I want to read for y'all. Something that I want to read for y'all. Hold up. Let me just find it. Let me get to it. Let me find it. Let me get to it. Bear with me one moment. I'm looking for a verse. Bear with me one moment while I find this verse. Flipping through my Bible to look for this verse real quick. Okay, I'm going to get it. So I want Ecclesiastes. What is it? I want Ecclesiastes 7:26. So Ecclesiastes 7:26. Right. Now look, this is something that happens, right? And I know every brother could relate to this. And he has his woman at home. He loves her. He might not be able to afford a Valentine's Day gift. If we're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, that shouldn't really be like a surprise or a. This is not a dig at brothers, right? We live in a terrible time where every time we tried to build a community, they destroyed it. There was a story that came out not too long ago, right? Of a woman who had a restaurant in the United States and they shut off her power to her restaurant. Some Caucasians came in there, shut off the power to the restaurant. They put a sticker on the restaurant that said, "This is destroying Caucasian communities," right? They used the word white, but I said Caucasian. Right? That's to let you know, all throughout history, when Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans had businesses, they destroyed it. Right? Look at the Rosewoods. Look at how in Canada, for a long time, we could only be porters, right? Which is brothers worked on trains and lived on trains for a long time in Canada, rarely seeing their families, right? In Toronto itself, it's a city where the rent is astronomically high. For a one-bedroom shoebox that's brand new, you're paying damn near anywhere from $1,800 to $2,200 a month in rent, right? And if it's built after 2018, there's no rent cap. There's no cap on the rent, meaning the rent could just jump up, right? So now brothers who aren't able to get a Valentine's Day gift, they're going to go through the ringer at home. It's just like a Christmas gift. If you're not able to get a Christmas gift at your house, you're going to be treated like the Antichrist. You're going to be treated like the devil in your house. Ooh, wait, that's some good coffee. Right? This is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 26. More bitter than death. Right? There's something that's more bitter than death. Right? And I find more bitter than death the woman. Right? So there's something that is more bitter than death. And death is a horrible thing. The woman whose heart is snares and nets, meaning she traps, right? Her heart is no good. It's trapping, it's getting brothers caught up. And her hands as bands. Whoso pleases God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Right? Now listen, this is not a shot at the sisters who are in the houses, they're in their home, they're trying to please their men, right? But this is a shot at trying to force your man to buy a Valentine's Day gift, trying to make it seem like if he doesn't get you a Valentine's Day gift, he doesn't love you. How? That brother damn near die for you. If some intruder comes in the house right now, that brother is going to lay down his life trying to protect you. He's going to fight the intruder so you can get away. If he knows that he can't beat the intruder, he's going to sacrifice himself so you can get away. Right? Listen, if you're a man who pleases God, you're going to escape the woman who wants you to celebrate Valentine's Day. The woman who's on you about celebrating Valentine's Day and making it seem like you're a no good man because you didn't get her a box of chocolate, you didn't get her a rose that was going to die, right? The rose is going to shrivel up. She's going to forget about it next week because you didn't get her a rose or a bag or a heels or some makeup or some gift that she's not going to really care for outside of the 15 minutes of gratification, right? The 15 minutes of gratification that she gets from seeing this gift, you're going to escape her, right? I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart snares and nets, and her hands is banned. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, right? You want to not be around. Okay, listen, you can't leave a woman that you slept with. You sleep with that woman, that's your wife. You got to keep her, right? But you don't have to buy her a Valentine's Day gift, right? To celebrate Valentine's Day, we read this already, is celebrating the Roman gods. You cannot believe in the God of the Bible and the Roman gods at the same time, right? You have to do one or the other. The Lord told you not to have another God before him. Having another God makes you a sinner. Hold up. Yeah, so having another God makes you a sinner, right? Let's go to what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I want Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus 26. 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Right? Now you got to get your house in order. Right? Listen, you're chasing a woman who is not good for you. and this is for my brothers, don't chase a woman that's not good for you. You sisters, that's the same thing. You're chasing that man because what? He has some money? How do you get that money? What's he do for his money? He's a scammer? He's a trapper? Right? Does he go around the streets and unalive people? And then you get with a wicked man and you're like, oh man, this man is terrible. Down the line, you're on the internet crying and exposing all his business. And you're like, he is such a terrible man. And you brothers are crying, talking about this woman, this BICTH. I can't believe she did this. I can't believe she has a work husband. When you were chasing her and you thought she looked good because she was wearing no clothes outside. You caught her at the bar with no clothes. You took her home and slept with her within that week. Some of y'all within that night. Some of y'all did the thing in the bar or the club on the dance floor. And you're surprised that this person is no good. It's a wicked woman, right? You don't want to be a you don't want that. You want the woman that's she's going to take care of you. You want the woman that you know when you go to work, she doesn't have another man coming in that house. She's not bringing you a child that's not yours. In Jamaica, we call that a jacket. You got a woman that's giving you a jacket. She gave you a varsity jacket. Good night. You don't even play sports. That's horrible. Right? Again, if you're chasing a woman because her body's naked outside, that's not it. And listen, it's not really okay. It's not really a lot of sisters' faults too, right? And it's not really a lot of brothers' faults, right? I'm gonna say it like this: the Christian church and Caucasian society has done a number on so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They did a number on us. Y'all destroyed our homes, destroyed our neighborhoods. Right? Totally destroyed us and left us with nothing. We tried to build businesses and you blew them up. We tried to build neighborhoods and you set them on fire. We had so-called leaders, you unalived every one of them. The Christian church has taken the bag. The Christian church went from teaching that abortion is wrong to accepting abortion. Went from teaching that the LGBT community, the alternative lifestyle community is wrong to destroying us. Hold up. What's that? Right? Went from telling us that we're not supposed to unalive our children before they're born to now you can unalive. You got the preacher. The preacher is Usher. Usher is in the church. Usher is in the church and he's trying to get with your woman. And look, Usher has such a happy smile. Listen, Usher don't even like women, really. He likes other men's women. And that makes you wonder. Listen, they say Usher is of that community. And I'm just wondering, what is it about a woman that has a man that Usher likes? Maybe he likes smelling another man on a woman. I don't know. Because Usher don't really come off like he likes women. We heard the rumors about him, right? Let me get you right. I got Ephesians. Where's my Ephesians at? Let me get you right quick. I got you Ephesians 4 and 17. right? Because the customs of these nations that we are taught to follow is horrible. Valentine's Day is horrible. Having a work husband is horrible. And I'm gonna go into adultery in a moment, right? We're gonna go into this adultery thing in a moment. It's a horrible practice to lay with a woman that has a man already, right? So this is Ephesians 4 and 17. This I say, 1 second. Let me find it. Hold up. All right. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in vanity of their mind, right? That's saying, listen, the customs of the heathens are horrible, right? The customs of the heathens are vanity. Slovakia. Hold up. Let me see something. Right. And you could damn near pair that with Jeremiah 10 and 3. For the customs of the people are vain, right? The customs of the heathens are vain. Now, Jeremiah 10 and 3, you really use this for Christmas, right? But it's showing you how even in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, they were telling you that the customs of the Gentiles are vain, right? It's vanity, right? Meaning you don't want to do what the heathens do. You don't want to celebrate the gods that they celebrate, right? The Lord wants you to come out of the heathen culture. He doesn't want you to be in the heathen culture, right? And Valentine's Day is heathen culture. This is, again, they would unalive goats and dogs, make whips out of goat skin and dip it in dog blood. And they said that was for fertility. Then they would have random hookups. They would have random hookups, right? Random sex, and hope that it leads to marriages, right? Y'all brothers and sisters be going to the club. Y'all be in the club and hoping that once you're at the club, you find a woman, you hook up with her, and it leads to marriage. Slovakia. One moment. Right. So y'all are hoping that y'all get with these random hookups something that leads to marriage, right? And it doesn't lead to marriage. Listen, y'all might be together for a little bit, a short period of time, but because you don't know each other and you didn't take the time to know each other and understand who you are and who that person is, you end up breaking up. You end up not staying together, right? That's the custom that you follow when you go into looking at a relationship, how the other nations want you to look at a relationship. Valentine's Day is going to have you having random sex with somebody in hopes of having a marriage. And because you did not take the time to understand who that person is, you did not take the time to learn who that person is, right? You're not going to take the time to fight for that marriage to last, right? You're not going to do it at all. You're going to leave each other this the first chance you get. The first chance, she don't make my coffee no more. She don't cook no more. in the house when I come home from work. She doesn't do that thing in the bedroom that I like anymore. You sister is gonna be he's not taking me out. He missed how many Valentine's days? He doesn't he always tells me no when I want to do something. And now you don't want to be with that person. Now I'm not happy no more. So I gotta break up. You gotta go try to sleep with someone else, hoping that you're going to find love. Right? Which leads me to Revelations 18:3. Right? Slovakia 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." Right? Listen, this is a vision that John had. And in this vision, he's telling you to come out of the culture, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to come out of the culture of the oppressor. Don't be in that culture no more. The culture of the oppressor is not for us. It destroys our homes. You know why your neighborhoods are in the state they're in? It's because of the culture that we're learning. You want to know why your neighborhood looks like money and violence, right? It looks like a mob war. Why block parties are getting shot up and there's people being unalived? Why you're afraid to walk around your neighborhood? It's because of the culture. Our culture is supposed to be a culture of love. We would go to war, but with other nations that tried to stop our culture. But our culture is supposed to be of love. We're supposed to have love for one another, right? Do you know how amazing our neighborhoods would be if the Christian church was teaching us love? But they're not. So because the Christian church is not teaching us love, the ISUPK is going to. The ISUPK is going to teach you what it means to be loved, what it means to love your brother, to love your neighbor, meaning love the other Black man, Hispanic, or Native American man and woman that's in your neighborhood. That's what we're going to do, right? Again, Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins." Valentine's Day is a sin. Alicia Keys hugged up with Usher, "It's burning up Raymond," is a sin. Look at that. Look at this picture. And she's happy. Alicia Keys looks like Jada. Y'all were on Jada Pinkett. Alicia Keys looks just like Jada Pinkett. And you had Swiss the Cuck Beats say, "Y'all are talking about the wrong thing." They were on him. They got on him in them ads. His mentions looked horrible. They were on him. Everyone was talking about it. Even if he wasn't being added, he's seen the tweets, he's seen the response videos, he's seen everybody talking about this thing, right? And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye not receive of her plagues." Listen, the nations are going to war. This is something that you should understand right now, right? The nations are going to war. You see it? You don't see it? Just go turn on the news. If you're in Canada, go to City TV. Go to Global. Go to CBC. Go to CTV. Turn on your CP24. Right? Every province has a CP24. And look at the ticker. You're going to see these nations gearing up. They said that while everyone was watching the Super Bowl last Sunday, or the Sunday that just passed, them Israelis were bombing the heck out of Palestine. Right? Valentine's Day is just a distraction for you. to keep you distracted from coming to the Lord. I got one more on this Valentine's Day, one more precept on this Valentine's Day. Let's go to Jeremiah 2:11. One more precept on this Valentine's Day. And then we're going to get into adultery. All right. So this is Jeremiah 2:11. Has a nation changed their gods? Right? You celebrating Valentine's Day because you're celebrating a whole other God. You're celebrating a God that has nothing to do with you. Has a nation changed their gods? Right? Again, Valentine's Day is a celebration of the Roman god of agriculture. And two mythological infants that they say are the founder of Rome, two mythological infants that were raised in a cave by a she-wolf. That's the origins of Valentine's Day. Now, y'all could turn around and say whatever you want. It's about love. It's about flowers. It's about showing appreciation to my spouse. You could say that if you want to, but its origins are what it's really about. Right? The origins is really what it's about. Has a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? Right? Meaning those Roman gods, those mythological gods aren't real gods. They haven't done anything. They're not going to save you. You can pray to all the Roman gods, all the Greek gods. The God of Christianity, if you want, is not going to save you. It's not going to help you. But the God of the Bible, a man of war, is bringing these nations to war. These nations are going to go to war so that it's basically gearing up for Christ to come back. Right? That's what's happening. These nations are going to war to gear up for Christ to come back. Salakia. One moment. Right? Where were we? But my people have changed their glory. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans celebrating Valentine's Day. It's changed our glory. We're going after the gods that don't belong to us. We're going after things that, listen, you celebrate Valentine's Day and you are, brothers that celebrate Valentine's Day, you're simping. You're simping on a high level. You're trying to buy that woman's love, right? Don't try to buy no woman's love. She's going to leave you. It's straight up and down. Let's go look at all these millionaires who've had women who left them. They've bought them big Valentine's Day gifts. They've bought them houses and cars, trips around the world, that private jet lifestyle, and they still left them. Women leave millionaires all the time, right? But my people have changed their glory, right? Our glory was knowing that we had rulership, that we were God's chosen people, right? And now you see the state of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? The state of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans right now is horrible. You have brothers and sisters crawling under razor wire to get back into a land that their ancestors walked on for free. Their ancestors didn't need no passport to go back and forth in these lands, right? We had nations come and pay tribute to us. That doesn't happen no more. Now we pay rent to other nations. We take our hard-earned money come payday and we go spend it with other nations. The money does not stay in our community at all. The second we get the money, it's out. It's gone. Listen, some of y'all, it's payday for y'all. You're going to get that direct deposit payday at 12 o'clock, and by 12:05, you're spending it somewhere else. Right? That's what's happening. But my people have changed their glory for that which do not profit. Valentine's Day does not profit us at all. It does not profit. There's no profit in it. Like, why are you celebrating it? Valentine's Day makes you okay. Again, if a brother doesn't bring a Valentine's Day gift home, his woman's going to be mad. Right? Let's see. If there's any sisters in this chat right now, if your man doesn't bring you a Valentine's Day gift, what is the outcome? Will you be upset if your man doesn't give you a Valentine's Day gift? If there's an honest woman in the chat, put the answer. What happens if a man doesn't give you a Valentine's Day gift? Or a brother, what happens if you don't give your woman a Valentine's Day gift? Are you going to argue? Is she going to be upset? Here's a true story. Last year, I had some friends. We're outside, and they're like, "Yo, it's Valentine's Day coming up. What you getting your girl?" I said, "Nothing. Not getting a shit. Nothing at all. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't subscribe to it. Right? It's another god. It's a Roman god about unaliving dogs and dipping goat hide in dog blood and splashing it and beating sisters with it or beating women with it in the hopes of them being more fertile." They did not believe me. They're like, nah, I know you were getting her Valentine's Day gift. There's no way. It's like, all right. I told them and I proved it to them. Right? They asked me, I made them, listen, I didn't make them speak to my woman. When I call my woman, I asked her, how long have we been together? She said the year. How long? It's been a few years. She said, when was the last time I bought you a Valentine's Day gift? And she said, never. Shalom. That's all you got to know. You don't have to buy a Valentine's Day gift to maintain your relationship. Right? You thinking that buying a Valentine's Day gift is going to do something is not. It doesn't maintain your relationship. It doesn't keep the house happy. Right? It doesn't make the Lord happy. You are not doing anything to please the Lord. Right? And why does an oppressor have to tell you on what day you could buy your woman a gift? The oppressor shouldn't tell you that you have to buy your woman a gift today. You want to buy your woman a gift, just go buy her a gift. You want to celebrate your woman for being a good woman, a good wife, a good girlfriend. Right? I know y'all are in the world. Y'all like to say, that's my girlfriend. Listen, I don't really do girlfriends. We do wives here. You lay with that woman, she becomes your wife. You lay with her forever. Even if she blows up your car, you go get some counsel and show that sister some love. Go terrify her. Once a month, her face is melted off because she blew up your car. Christ said, unless she lays with another man, you cannot divorce her. Now that's love. You think buying a rose on Valentine's Day is love? Love is your woman blows up your car and you stayed with her. Good night. Some of y'all won't be able to understand that. Some of y'all be like, this nigga's tripping. I'm not. That my Benz, she blew my Benz up. Some of y'all got that Honda, that R-Type. You got that R-Type Honda. You souped it up. She thought you were talking to another woman. And she threw a brick through that thing. And now you want to leave her. Well, Christ said, stay with her. That's your woman. Go get counsel. Shit. Put that insurance claim in. Go get that thing fixed. Make her pay for it. Right? But you got to stay with that woman. Right? All right. What time is it? Got one. Got one more precept. This is Amos 5:21. Right? Because Valentine's Day has nothing to do with the Lord. This is a man-made feast day. Amos 5:21, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The Lord doesn't have nothing to do with Valentine's Day. He doesn't like it. Doesn't like it at all. He hates it. This is a feast day of men. A man-made feast day, right? He don't care about that shrimp scampi that you got cooking. Y'all went to a restaurant to go eat some garlic shrimp, yuck, and crab legs for Valentine's Day. Listen, I'm advise you brothers right now. Stay away from the sisters who eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Stay away. It's bad. Right? The Lord does not like it. Let's go into our next subject. We're going to go into our next subject, which is adultery. Adultery. Y'all seen that Alicia thing. Slovakia. I'm looking for it. 1 second. Erica Badu tweet. Let's see if I can find it. The Erica Badu Super Bowl tweet. Now, Erica Badu is a ratchet woman. Y'all don't understand that? I'm gonna show you. Erica Badu is a ratchet woman. She is disgusting. She's not to be celebrated. Let me find it. So Erica Badu tweeted during the Super Bowl, perfect day to cheat with a soft dude. Men gonna be watching football. Yikes. That is the work husband vibe. That is the I hate this brother, right? This is what Erica Badu tweeted. That's adultery, right? She said it's the perfect day to cheat with a soft dude. Meaning what? Go cheat with some effeminate brother. Because the men who sleep with women who already have a man are effeminate brothers. Usher is dancing behind Alicia Keys and dancing with Keke Palmer the way he did because he's soft and effeminate. A real man does not want a woman that already has a man. Men are territorial. You want to mark your territory. What's mine is mine alone. We don't share. I know in school they taught us sharing is caring. We don't share. If you don't share your woman at all. Men conquer. We're not being conquered. Right? Usher is a brother that he comes across like he likes to be conquered. Right? Me and my brothers, we go out and conquer. We go out and conquer a woman. Like, you're not trying to share. What's mine is mine. It's monopoly. And there's no lease. There's no you can have her tonight. Right? You heard Dexter Daps. What was that Dexter Daps song? Yo, Slovakia. There's a R&B, not an R&B. a 1 second. Let me find it. Give me one moment. Let me find it. All right, and it's crazy because in all throughout Jamaican culture, this is happening, right? In Black culture, this is happening too, and it's not just, it happens everywhere in every culture. But I'm talking about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. Is it Dexter Daps? I think it is Dexter Daps. 11. Yeah, okay, so Dexter Daps has a song called 7-Eleven. Right? Let me see if I can find the lyrics. I'm gonna get the lyrics for you. Yo, so listen, this man is a weird brother, right? Listen, some of his music is pretty dope, but then some of it is, it's like, yo, what is this brother on, right? And all these type of effeminate brothers, the Ushers, the Dexter Daps, right? They take pride in laying with a woman that's already laid with a man. And I already broke this down to you. A man that has a woman, if he wakes up in the bed with her in the morning, naturally he's going to lay with her. He's going to sleep with that woman before he leaves. Right? If y'all agree, put a 1 in the chat. You wake up with your woman in the morning, you're going to lay with her. Or you sisters, let me know. You wake up, now Salaki, you sisters, you don't really have to do this, right? But your man wakes up next to you in the morning, he's trying to tie a fire before he leaves. He's trying to lay with you before he leaves. Right? Put a comment in the chat if this is true. Right? But Dexter Daps said, all when you have 10 man, Mahafa be 11. Yikes. He said she had 10 men and he has to be 11. He said he never asked. I was going to sing it, but I'm not going to sing this, right? He said, me never asked for them to watch your body. For me, that's what I tell them. Like, yikes, what's he talking about? He's saying that she has 10 men and he's 11 and he's not asking for the next man to watch her body. That's crazy. The man said, all when them says 6 man go there. Guess who makes 7? The man said, girl, your body still feel right. That's horrible. That he's talking about going into a woman after she's already been with a man, after she already has a man that she lays with. That's adultery. The Bible doesn't want you to celebrate adultery. The God hates adultery. It's a disgusting thing. A man who lays with a woman, he wakes up in the morning and he lays with her. If you are, and again, let's just be adults about this, most people do not use condoms. You're in a relationship, there's no, outside of you are really trying not to get this woman pregnant because for whatever reason, you and your woman are like, yo, we're not getting pregnant, right? You're not wearing condoms. And even then, a brother is going to tell his woman to go get the pill because he doesn't want to lay with her with a condom. And then the Usher Raymond, the work husband, or the Dexter Daps, he's going to try and lay with this woman. And he's not going to want to wear a condom. So 2 men are putting their bodily fluids inside this woman. And that, listen, this is, some of y'all weren't good in health class, right? Some of y'all were not good in health class. The semen stays in a sister for a while. About 3 or 4 days, semen will stay inside of a sister. So for you brothers who think, I'm going to go lay with this woman and not use a condom, you are laying in another man's work. That's another man's bodily fluids that are in that woman, and it's staying in there for 3 to 4 days. It gets caught up in the inner walls of the vagina, salakia, which is excuse me, pardon me, right? I'm just giving you the real. That's what you get here. This is not the Christian church where we're gonna lie to you. We're gonna break it down for real for you and let you know that it's a horrible thing to lay with a woman that already has a man, right? I'm going to read you Exodus 20 and 14, right? And this should be taught to all young men and all young women, right? Listen, our oppressor takes our music and he has brothers and sisters singing about being a side man, having a man on the side, sleeping with a woman and throwing her away, sleeping with a woman that already has a man, right? When you're not supposed to do that. Celestial Being, I see you're back. What's up? What's going on? Right? We're on the adultery side of the conversation now. We're talking about no adultery should be committed in Israel. Right? This is the law right here. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Right? And now I have to break down what adultery is. And this is going to be controversial to some of y'all. Some of y'all aren't going to like when I say this. Let's find out what Christ said adultery is. So we're going to go to Matthew 5. Right? Alicia Keys. Now listen, they weren't time fire on that stage. But to me, it's the same thing. That was adultery that we watched on that stage. Listen, shout out to her. Y'all know who her is? Her's the woman that was her's the woman that was playing the guitar during that Super Bowl halftime performance. She was playing the guitar on stage with Usher. Shout out to her. She did not have Usher Raymond rubbing up on her. Good night. Listen, some of y'all sisters, man, y'all don't take marriage as sacred. Like, there's nothing sacred no more. And that's because of Christianity. Christianity has made marriage something that is not to be respected. Right? So this is what Christ said. This is Matthew 5 and 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time. He's talking about in the Old Testament. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That was what we read earlier, Exodus 20 and 14. Right? So Christ is breaking down what adultery is. He's going to break down what adultery is. Now, some of y'all were taught wrong. Right? Y'all get with a man and leave him because he has another woman. And in your mind, the preacher told you that was adultery. When the preacher is sleeping with everyone's woman. Right? But I say unto you that whosoever, this is verse 28, Matthew 5 and verse 28, that, one second. Nope, that's not it. I need to find the right one. I'm going to come back to that one. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Verse 32. Right? So let's start at verse 31 because verse 31 is really good too. Matthew 5 and 31. It has been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her a writing of divorcement. Right? So in the Old Testament, you could divorce. Now, this is something the Christian church is not teaching you. In the New Testament, there's no divorce. Right? The Christian church is teaching you that in the old you could divorce. Right? Christ said there's no divorce. But now I'm going to explain it a little more. Right? We're going to go into it a little more. This is why I was telling you, like, you can't just leave a sister because you're unhappy. You can't just leave a woman because you slept with her. She's yours. You can't just leave her because she's not cooking no more. Because she's like a dragon in the house. You can't leave her for that. You can't leave her because she broke your Xbox or your PlayStation or she threw some bleach on your clothes. What I would advise you to do is get some counsel. You can't leave her because she broke your car up. She keyed the heck out of your car, right? But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, meaning her dancing with Usher, right? Because that was disgusting. Oh my gosh, that was definitely fornication, right? Now, fornication, one second. Hold up. Let me get it. How my Zondervans, oh, you can't see this because of the green screen. That green screen is horrible at times. That green screen is horrible, but I have a Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary, right? So we're going to go into fornication real quick. We'll pause. We're not going into fornication, but I'm going to give you the breakdown for what fornication is. Fornication, unlawful sexual intercourse of an unwed person, right? So fornication is unlawful sexual intercourse. Sleeping with another man's wife is fornication. A wife sleeping with a man that's not her husband when she has a husband is fornication, right? It's not like the Christian church is telling you, right? The Christian church tells you that fornication is when you lay with a woman and she doesn't have a man, that's fornication. Well, earlier we read, right? If a man entice a maid that's unbetrothed, he endows her to be his wife, right? So just sleeping with a woman when she has no husband is not fornication. But fornication is unlawful sex. Matthew 5 and 32. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causes her to commit adultery. And whoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. Right? So the only way you could leave your woman is fornication. Right? Meaning she slept with another man. Now let's get back where we were. Matthew 5 and 27. Right? I'm going to give you a breakdown on adultery. Ye have heard, this is Matthew 5 and 27. Ye have heard that it is said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you, this is verse 28, but I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already in his heart. Right? Slovakia. And that's what you get with Alicia Keys, right? Alicia Keys is committing adultery on Swiss Beats. And Swiss Beats is acting like it's nothing. He's acting like it's okay. Right? Hold up. Hold up. Let me find it. Let me find it for you. Let's go to Deuteronomy 22 and about 22. Right? So this is Deuteronomy 22 and 22. If a man be found laying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die. Now, Salakia, TikTok, I'm just reading from the Bible. This is Deuteronomy 22:22. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shall thou put away evil from Israel. Right? That's letting you know. Adultery, according to the Bible, is a man sleeping with a woman that already has a man. Like, she got a man and you want to sleep with her. Right? It's an evil thing to do, to sleep with a woman that basically she has a man. Right? It's a evil thing. Right? We're not supposed to be doing that in our culture. That's not our culture. I got some more for you. I got another one for you. Right? If y'all notice, melon, what does that mean? What does back to Ethiopian Orthodox Church mean? Like, listen, I'm cool with the comments. Y'all just make cohesive, concurrent, understandable comments. Y'all be tweeting like y'all only have 150 characters. Y'all only have 50 characters. Y'all that's what you remember when Twitter only allowed you to put like 50 characters in a message? That's how y'all be putting the comments. Just make the comment. Yeah, see, I don't understand what that means. This said the true pattern. Yeah, just make the comments more understandable, because other people are reading these comments too. When we read it, it's like it's not making sense, right? So this is Deuteronomy 23 and 27. Salakia 23 and 17. There shall be no whore of the daughter of Israel, right? Meaning our women aren't supposed to be acting like Alicia Keys with a work husband, right? Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel, meaning our sons aren't supposed to act like Usher Raymond. That's listen, that's the verse I think when I see this picture. You got Swiss Beats' wife. Yuck, it's hard for me to even say this, but listen, she dancing up there with this man, acting like it's nothing. It's just a dance. No, this is not a dance. This is something that you're portraying to our sisters, that our sisters are going to think that it's okay to do. This is not okay to do. If she actually had love for her sisters, she wouldn't be up there acting like that. She wouldn't be up there acting like this is okay. It's not okay. Right? She's acting like it's okay for her to be up there just acting a fool. When it's horrible. It's not okay for her to do this, right? Let me get Proverbs. Now, how's a wife supposed to listen? Do you know what it is to be such a treasure for a woman to only be sleeping with one man. That's a wonderful thing, right? Let's see if I can find it. What am I looking for? Hold up. Right. It's a good thing to be with, to have a woman that doesn't think about no other man. Right. Lock here. Let me get Proverbs. Proverbs 6 and 26. We're going to get 6 and 26 first. All right. For by means of a whorish woman, this is Proverbs 6 and 26. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. All right. Listen, a woman that is a unsavory woman, she's going to treat a man like he's just something to be devoured, right? This Alicia Keys, like, listen, I remember when Alicia Keys first came out, she was so wholesome. She was like a wholesome sister, right? And Alicia Keys is like the, man, what's those sisters from Blackish? Sisters from, they were on the Grownish. Haley and forgot the other one's name, man. One of them be dealing with that DDG brother, right? They came out so wholesome. And now you look at them, right? One of them is still trying to kind of be wholesome. The next one is just using her sexuality, trying to make it in the music industry, and it's not working out. Right? There's a precept I was just thinking about. Slovakia. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, I found it. All right. I'm going to read that in a moment. Let me get verse 32. This is Proverbs 6 and 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. This is what you don't understand when you commit adultery with a woman. You don't understand that you are destroying yourself. You're destroying your neighborhood, right? Listen, it's a horrible thing for a sister to have a baby by a man that she told another man the baby was his. That's a horrible thing. That destroys the community, right? The brother thinks the child is his. He finds out the child is not his. He's never going to trust another woman. He's going to look at a woman like, listen, she is just a disgusting bitch, right? Now think about it like this. The brother who grows up watching his mother go from man to man and doesn't know who his father is. Y'all are saying y'all brothers have past trauma from your mom, right? That's what they say online. Well, then hold sisters accountable. That's what you need to do. You need to start holding these sisters accountable. And here we hold men accountable. We tell our brothers, don't take a woman unless you want to be with her for life. Don't sleep with her. Don't touch her. This is a full-time job. Having a woman is a full-time job. And it's not one that you go and get an hourly check from. You got to deal with all the things she's been through, all her trauma, all the demons that she comes with, that foul mouth that she has because her mommy, her auntie, her granny didn't teach her how to become a woman, didn't teach her how to be a wife. You got to deal with that. That's what brothers got to do. So we're holding men accountable. Y'all sisters got to start holding these women accountable. Let them know that, listen, you cannot be a whore. You cannot be a woman that makes Black, Hispanic, and Native American women look horrible. That's what Alicia Keys is doing, right? Everybody looked at that and said, what the hell was that? Y'all were capping for Kiki. Kiki had them cheeks out, and y'all were capping for her. Now Usher's doing it again. Usher's at it again. Usher's the brother that when he comes around, you got to hide your wife. But listen, this is my understanding. If I have to hide my wife, that's not my wife. But Usher's the brother that's going to try and talk to your wife. As soon as you turn around, and listen, the brother Usher is going to do it in front of you. You seen what he did? Y'all seen what he did to Whitney Harlow, right? She was at the game with her man, and Usher tried to come up and take her on stage and serenade her and dance with her, and she was there with her man. Now, give a shout out to that sister, Winnie, because Winnie did the right thing. She got up out her seat and sat on her man's lap. And all Usher could do was smile and dance. He had to shimmy away. Usher's a disgusting brother. You're not supposed to try to be with a woman who already has a man. You lack understanding. You're being unbrotherly. Where were we? But he that doeth destroyeth his own soul. You committing adultery, you're destroying your soul. Right? Now listen. Here's a live example. Right? The rapper Eazy-E, he died of the monster virus, AIDS, HIV. Right? And you listen to him, what he was rapping about getting with other man's woman. Another man's woman, that's what he was rapping about. When he was not rapping about unaliving the so-called Black community, he was rapping about getting with another man's woman. Right? Look at someone like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was going around sleeping with everything that walked. And now he has the monster. Listen, surprisingly, he hasn't passed away yet. Right? But there's no cure for what he has. You destroy yourself. I remember when I was growing up in high school, right? I'm from the city of Toronto, right? I grew up in the west end of the city. But when I was growing up in Toronto, they said Scarborough had the highest volume of chlamydia, right? That's what they said. It was a horrible thing. They said Scarborough had the highest volume of chlamydia in the city. And that's because no one's teaching the young folks you can't, and this is among young people. It wasn't among adults. It's among young people. No one's teaching them that you gotta not sleep with. When you take a woman, you get with her and you keep her. And when a sister is not supposed to sleep with multiple men, right? The Christian church has taught our sisters that you could just do it. That's not it. The Christian church tells you that the law is done away with. No, the law is not done away with. There's laws for this. You cannot just sleep with a woman who has a man. You sisters can't just go and break up with your man and sleep with another man because you're unhappy, right? Listen, if Black men are angry that women are whores, Salaki, I'm just being raw with you guys at the moment. If you're a Black man and you're angry that a woman is a unsavory woman, go and tell your brother, stop talking to unsavory women. If Black men stop talking to unsavory women are not going to be unsavory. right? Now, listen, they say this is something that women say: I'm wearing no clothes on because it's for me. That's cap. You're wearing no clothes because you believe that's going to get you a man. And it's not going to get you a man that you want. The man that you want, right? A good man, a man with morals, a man that is a leader in his household, a man that's a benefit to his community. He doesn't want you outside naked. He doesn't want you outside with your cheeks out. He doesn't want you looking like Kiki Palmer, getting your Alicia Keys on. Where are we? Let's get Proverbs. Let's read Proverbs 30. And 20. Let's read Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth. Now listen, this is Alicia Keys. This is your Erica Badu's. This is your. Listen, if you're not mad at Alicia Keys, you can never be mad at Sexy Red. You can't be mad at Ice Spice. You can't be mad at what's her name? Damn, what's the Megan Thee Stallion? If you're not angry with Alicia Keys, you cannot be angry with none of those women, right? Where were we? Such is the way of an adulterous woman, an Alicia Keys, an Erica Badu, a Remy Ma. She eateth. Listen, she's gonna eat. I don't know what she eating. All right, but she's gonna eat. And you had Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats was acting like this was nothing. It's okay to do this. Swiss Beats was acting like it was all right. It's just okay. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. Damn. Our sisters have fallen. Our community is in a horrible state. When a man's wife gets on stage and has a man who is known for burning up, they said he's burning up. Women have accused this brother of giving them STDs. And them STDs don't go away. Right? This woman, Alicia Keys, turned around and acted like she did nothing wrong. Because Swiss Beats is acting like she did nothing wrong. Let me see if I can find that Swiss Beats response. Let's see if I can find that Swiss Beats response. Swiss Beats defends wife Alicia Keys' Super Bowl performance with Usher. Nothing but amazing. It was horrible. It was totally horrible. Like, is this what we're teaching our men to be? He said, y'all talking about the wrong damn thing. Swiss Beats wrote on Sunday. This is via Instagram. Directing fans to focus on the positive. Nah, I want the whole thing. I want what he really said. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. I want to find what he actually said. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to find it right now. What he actually said. I found it. Bear with me one moment. I appreciate y'all for lasting this long, right? In here with me. Damn. All right. He said, y'all talking about the wrong damn thing. Y'all don't see that amazing dress covering the entire stadium. Tonight's performance was nothing but amazing with two giants. Yikes. That is horrible. He said two giants. He said it was amazing to watch Usher grip on his woman. Usher is gripping on his woman like that's Usher's woman now. Listen, y'all don't remember that Boondocks episode where the soft brother, his Caucasian woman was being wooed by Usher, and the brother Riley, the young brother Riley, basically said, "Listen, oh man, I gotta find that thing. I gotta find it." But for the long story short, he said, "Listen, if it was T.I. who was doing it, it wouldn't be a problem." He's basically saying T.I. is a gangster. If T.I. was taking your woman, he could understand. But Usher, damn. I want to find that skit, actually. I want to find that skit. I'm gonna put something together for that in a second, right? But he's saying that if it was T.I., it would be okay. It's still not okay, right? But because it's Usher, he needs to fight. Usher likes being with other men's women. That is LGBTQ. That is alternative lifestyle, right? Trying to be with another man's woman. It's a horrible thing to want to do. You don't want to be with another man's woman. Me, I'll never take another man's woman. I want a woman that I have all to myself. I can't share. I'm not sharing nothing. That's my property. That's my woman. I own her. Don't be mad because I said I own my woman, right? My woman would own me too. Right? Don't let that fly over your head. Right? I would own my woman just like my woman would own me. Right? But I'm not sharing. It's not in me to share. I cannot share what's mine. I got an Audi. She got an innie. Salakia. Oh, man. What else did he say? Congrats, Usher, and my love, Alicia Keys. That song is a classic. Listen, this man became a cock. That's not Rough Rider. That's not Rough Rider business. You sharing your women now? You got, listen, the spirit of DMX is not in Swiss Beats. The spirit of DMX is not in Swiss Beats. That's what we can say. You see it. Okay, whatever. Swiss Beats is watching this on stage. He's watching this in public. What does he watch in private? Y'all got to stop acting like these celebrities are leaders. It's not couples goals. It's not nothing like that. Right? So with that said, I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Zabaja of the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA. Right? This has been another Wednesday night law class. Adultery is a horrible thing. Right? Adultery is a horrible thing in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. And we got to learn to not talk to women who are whores. Right? Brothers, time to put back on strength. Y'all sisters, y'all got to get in class just along with the brothers and learn how to be righteous people of a moral standing. Right? The whole earth is laughing at us. Right? The earth is laughing at Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans while we suffer and act like we have no morals. Right? That's what you got to understand. They look at us like we have no morals at all. We're not a good people. Christianity has taught you that marriage is a horrible thing. Swiss Beats is watching his wife being groped on stage by a man that is clearly effeminate. Right. So with that said, I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Zubaja of the ISUPK. Shalom.